Yo, it's too easy. I'm a little tired. It's kind of late, but I thought I'd post a new Monday Night Raw slash Smackdown update as requested by one of my subscribers on my YouTube page, Dweezy is Superman. Check it out. A lot more raps on there than before. My latest rap, Love Does Exist, I think it's one of my best. Please check it out. It's a good beat. Okay, so SummerSlam, controversy with SummerSlam. I caught the end of it. The last two matches, Christian versus Randy Orton, went just like I thought. The SmackDown before SummerSlam, Christian, ended the night saying, "Hey, I have a surprise, and I got the upper hand." Well, it was Edge, which I pretty much predicted. I thought that's how it was going to go down. But Edge shocked the world when he came out and said, "Christian, I don't agree with how you won this title, and I'm not going to back you up. You got to do this by yourself." So then Randy Orton and him had a fair and square match. And Orton ended the match by RKO and Christian on a pair of steel steps for the 3 count. So, World Heavyweight Champion, just the way we thought it would be, Randy Orton. Final match at SummerSlam, just to update everybody, it was champion versus champion. Undisputed WWE champion. Now, I find it funny because they were all trying to say this is new. It's not new. It happened in 2001. Yes, it's new for WWE. It's not new for the industry. WWF did do it with the undisputed champion. Of course, everybody knows Chris Jericho was the very first undisputed champion. So this is not brand new, and I do find that kind of funny that nobody has brought that to anyone's attention. But, regardless, it was a great match. There was a lot of controversy with the match. Champion CM Punk, who's, it's funny because he's not getting as much heat anymore because a lot of the things he talks is actually true. I love the fact that they've taken him away from being a cult leader and just kind of a loudmouth, but with some points. I actually kind of like CM Punk at this point. I also see Cena eventually turning heel, but in this match anyway, it was Punk champ versus Cena champ, with Triple H as the ref. Okay, so we all knew something was going to happen. At the end, Triple H called the whole match down the middle, and then Cena puts his leg on the rope after being go to sleep for the second time, and he had his leg on the rope clearly, and Triple H still pinned him down for 3. So CM Punk wins the title. Triple H tries to shake his hand. He won't. He lets him lift up his hand, and then Triple H leaves the ring. Out of nowhere, a returning Kevin Nash. Since Royal Rumble, we have not seen Kevin Nash. I knew he was going to come back eventually. You pretty much knew it. But he comes back at SummerSlam. And he does his Diesel Jackknife Powerbomb on CM Punk. And then, of course, Alberto Del Rio comes out and cashes Money in the Bank. And we got the new undisputed champ of Del Rio. Okay, so that's SummerSlam. So then we jump to Monday Night Raw. It was a great Monday Night Raw. Triple H comes out and basically says, "I didn't know anything of the controversy. I reviewed the SummerSlam tape, and yes, I did make a mistake, and John Cena, I'm very sorry. I'm going to go and I'm going to apologize to you. But I did not know anything of this. Anything of Kevin Nash coming out. Del Rio won the match fair and square, but again, I did not have anything to do with Kevin Nash." So he told the story about how he gave the tickets to Kevin Nash and put him at will call, and that was it. Okay? So, and he says that Kevin Nash is going to be there tonight to explain because he was told that he could tell all the truth. So that's basically how that was left. So, kind of an eventful evening. Some matches here and there. Eventually, Kevin Nash comes out. I love the whole thing between Kevin Nash and CM Punk. Kevin Nash comes out, says, hey, someone sent me a text and told me to, beat up the champ. Kind of really strongly hints that it was Triple H. So then CM Punk comes out and says, I really don't believe any of this. I just don't. And so CM Punk kind of calls out Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash tells him to shut up. And then basically they all both go in the back. Punk has words with Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie McMahon says, everybody will get what's coming to them. Kevin Nash ends up meeting with John Laurinaitis, and they have a meeting. So, a little bit of, a lot of controversy there. Not many answers, not many questions answered at this point. Then we have the final match of Del Rio versus Rey Mysterio. They do some of these Rey Mysterio montages all through the night, which I thought were exciting, with him winning the championship. Really got our hopes up for Mysterio to win the championship at his hometown. We pretty much knew he wouldn't, though. Alberto Del Rio winning the title the way he did, he wasn't going to lose it the very next night. I pretty much predicted that, and that's exactly what happened. Mysterio got in the ropes, did his Superman dive, and then Del Rio caught him with the knees and just wrapped him up in a cradle. 1, 2, 3. Then Del Rio basically started attacking Mysterio after the match, trying to break his arm. John Cena runs out, basically saves the day like Cena always does, and then Cena comes out and says, I'm pissed, and I'm pissed at you for not being a true champion. I would have brought loyalty to that belt. CM Punk would have brought loyalty to the belt. You don't bring nothing to it, and I cannot wait until it's announced who's going to fight you, because if it's me, Del Rio, I'm going to kick your ass. And that's exactly what he said. I do like how WWE is starting to go away from the PG era a little bit. It's very enjoyable. Now with Kevin Nash being back, it really does. Everyone's asking the question is Triple H bringing back everybody from the past? If that's the case, that could bring back a lot of people here. It could bring back Scott Hall. It could bring back X-Pac. Who knows? It could even bring back the New Age Outlaws, You could bring back Michaels. There's so many people that you could bring back that we have not seen in WWE rings forever. So there's a lot of promises there. I'm really loving the new direction WWE is going in. I love this controversy between, is Triple H involved? Is he a heel COO? It's really, I love the excitement of it. I think WWE is the best it's been for a very long time, and that goes from Raw to SmackDown. This Friday night SmackDown was excellent. We have it start out with Orton saying, hey, Christian is not getting another title championship match. It's great. He can't even walk. He's not gonna. And Teddy Long, is about to talk, and then he basically says, it's announced eventually that there's going to be a 20-man battle royal. Well, Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase come out. It's kind of cool to see Legacy reunited, even though they're completely separated and they're not going to ever have a reunion like that. But, I think Cody Rhodes is getting better with his matches and getting better with his vocal skills as far as on the mic. So, Ted's starting to talk trash. Orton RKO's him, and then it's a classic moment where Orton leaves the ring with a smile with his belt, and Cody Rhodes basically tells Long, hey, you can't let him get away with this. I had this Intercontinental Championship, and this means something. Do something. And Long's like, well, I could make Orton stand in a corner with his leg up for 10 minutes, and then I could make him write 100 times, I will not RKO Ted DiBiase. Greatest lines of the whole entire evening. I loved it. But yeah, altogether, great show. We had an amazing match, one of the best matches of the evening. Alberto Del Rio comes out, basically brags about being world champion, or WWE champion, and how he won it. And then, of course, Brian comes out, D. Brian, my boy, and says, hey, you won it just like everybody else. You're ordinary. You're not exceptional at all. How I'm going to win my championship is exceptional. I've actually set a date, and it's going to happen. I'm not going to take advantage of a beaten champion. Now, Michael Cole's saying, well, that's just predictable. It's stupid. Why would he ever do that? Well, I think D. Bryan's going to bring a freshness to that Money in the Bank title match, which I love. I'm digging D. Bryan. I think D. Bryan's great. Just like Booker says, he's one of my top 5. I love D. Bryan. D. Bryan's great. D. Bryan does lose the match to Alberto Del Rio, which wasn't shocking. Del Rio's in a on a roll right now, but D. Bryan did put up a big fight. And then at the end of the evening, we have the 20-man battle royal, which was promised. Now, earlier in the evening, Mark Henry is of course interviewed after they show the clips of him having the count out victory over Sheamus, and he says, why should I even be in this match? Everybody knows I'm going to win it. I thought it was just going to be like when Mark Henry was good, how they were just going to have him look like he was going to win, and he wouldn't. They did that several times. One time that I remember, it was him and Cena and it beat the clock, and he had beaten everybody, and then he lost. And you really thought he was going to win. And, they've done that to him pretty much his whole career. But, Mark Henry really is on, love him or hate him, Mark Henry is on a roll. He's devastating everybody. He's taking out Kozlov, Kane, Big Show. He brutalized Sheamus, even though Sheamus isn't out of action. And, tonight's battle, 20-man battle royal, was excellent. Just phenomenal. Especially the end, with Sheamus being in there, Henry, Barrett, and Sakara. Barrett gets, out, and then eventually Sheamus goes out. But the excellence of that match, I thought, was the whole Sin Cara and Mark Henry aspect of it was amazing. Mark Henry really was taken to school by Sin Cara, but Sin Cara did end up getting, thrown out after the world's greatest slam. And, just like we all knew, Mark Henry is #1 contender. I really could see, for the first time, I could see them giving Henry the title. I think he deserves it after all his years in WWE. I really do think he deserves it. It would be great. I'm not saying I root for Mark Henry. I don't like the man. I'm not a fan. But when you've been as loyal to a company, to a brand, as he has, I think he deserves something for it. So I would not be shocked if they keep Henry on the role that he is, and Orton loses the match at the next pay-per-view or the pay-per-view after. Now again, these are just my opinions, but I want to, again, commend the WWE. Monday Night Raw, amazing. A lot of controversy and questions about that. Keep that going, take out the laptop thing. Why do you even have a laptop stand still out there? You're not doing the General Anonymous Raw Manager anymore. It does kind of ask the question of, are they bringing that back, or are they ever going to bring that back? Because you do kind of have to wonder why they have that out there if that story is completely ended. So I am guessing that's going to come back eventually. If it does, I hope they squash it pretty quick, because I like the COO thing a lot better than the Raw Anonymous General Manager. Now, Smackdown again. I love the heels and the baby faces on both brands. A couple people that stand out for me on Raw right now is CM Punk. I'm really a big fan of CM Punk these days. I also love A-Rye. A-Rye is, amazing. It looks like he's going to be going for the U.S. Championship. I hope he wins that belt. And, pretty much CM Punk, A-Rye, Kevin Nash, because Kevin Nash is just old school. I love Kevin Nash, of course. And then on SmackDown, I would say it would have to be Orton. Orton's one of my faves. Sheamus is definitely, my boy. I love Sheamus now that he's a babyface. Justin Gabriel, I could see him turning babyface, and he has. Justin Gabriel is amazing. I stated a while back Justin Gabriel was going to be a breakout star once he stopped being a tag champ, and he has. Now he's by himself. Hopefully they keep him by himself. That's how he needs to be. He's going to be a breakout star. He's going to be great. You know, I could even possibly see him winning the Money in the Bank next year. But again, this was just my show here. I know it was a little bit long. D-Weezy, Raw Smackdown update. I'm out.